We're bringing back our tier list, people. We're doing a tier list. We're going to be ranking every single loan player Spurs have had since Andy Booth. So that's what, since 2001?
2000, yeah.
2000. So we're going to be ranking every single loan player. As you can see, it goes from excellent to good to decent to little impact to complete flop.
It's with the news that Muani is set to go back.
It looks like he's going to Juventus.
Or he's maybe going to Juventus. We had the thought, is he our worst ever loan signing? Is there anyone who's come on loan who's made a worse impact or has been more frustrating than Colo Muani? We were thinking about that, so we were like, why not go through our loan signings and see who we think is worse?
Exactly. Let's put it to the test. All right.
So the tiers.
Yeah, I've been through the tiers. Okay. Let's go to the first player, signed in 2000, Andy Booth. He only managed, I think we signed him middle of the season till the end.
6-month deal, yeah.
And
I think he scored.
He's only played 4 games. We only managed to get him on the pitch 4 times. He was in the twilight of his career. He literally played his last ever Premier League game in a Spurs shirt. Yeah, it was a nonsense signing. It was nonsense. So he was a flop.
Complete flop. Yeah, complete flop. Didn't really do anything.
Yeah. Next up was Kazuyuki Toada. Who remembers Kazuyuki Toada?
Only the real ones, only the OGs in the comments remember Kazuyuki Toada. Come on.
We brought him in from Japan. We're like, we got the next Japanese star on our hands. Never saw him again.
I think he played 2 games or 1 game.
And then after he left Spurs, nobody ever heard of him ever again.
I think for me, that just goes into, I guess complete flop.
It's got to be a flop.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't play, so...
You've got to be a flop if you don't play.
Yes, yeah. I thought we had a tier waste of something else, because I might have put him in that one. But, yeah, complete flop. Just didn't, wasn't good.
Next up is Paul Konchesky. I thought he was okay when he was at us. I don't think he was a complete flop. He was definitely not good or excellent.
Yeah, I think little impact.
He served a purpose when he was at us, though.
He was all right for, I remember he had a really good start. We were like, okay, this is a good player. And obviously he went on to become a very good left back for the likes of West Ham and Fulham, and he was good. He was at Charlton. I think we got him on loan from Charlton. He was quite good at Charlton, but I don't think he was actually that great after an initial good start. And there's a reason we didn't take him on loan permanently. I think we need a left back, and we weren't convinced by him. So I would say either decent or little impact.
Yeah. Was he at us for a whole season?
Yeah, he was there for a year.
And it was in that Hoddle team, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, David Pleat.
Oh, David Pleat, that was it.
Yeah, whatever. Put him in little impact.
All right. Konchesky goes into little impact. Next up is Stefan Dalmat.
See, he did make an impact, I would say.
On and off the pitch.
100%. He got in a fight with Jamie O'Hara, I think, in the training ground, which still talked about.
I like Dalmat. I did like him. I think he was a tricky winger. He had a decent shot on him. I wanted us to sign him after he'd left, but obviously he was too poisonous off the pitch, so we couldn't sign him. And I think if that fight didn't happen and he was a bit of a better character, we probably would have signed him, looked to have signed him anyway.
Potentially. I think
he was decent.
He had sparkling moments, scored some brilliant goals, but then he was off the boil from a large part of the season. So I put him in decent, because people still remember him these days.
Yeah.
So he definitely made an impact.
He's got one of those streets won't forget vibes about him, Stefan Dalmat. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Next up is Mido. I loved Mido. I got Mido on the back of my shirt. Scored some important goals for us, scored a lot of goals for us. His debut, I mean, no one's ever going to beat that debut. 2 goals in his debut. I'm going to put him in good. I think he was good for us.
He was a good loan signing and wasn't a good permanent.
No, true.
When he was on loan that season with the kit he's wearing there, the 05-06, he was really good that year. And I think he got 11 goals and was some important goals as well. But then we signed him permanently and we brought in Berbatov and he barely got a look in. And I think he was actually awful. But yeah, he was a good loan signing there.
Yeah, I remember that when he took us into extra time at the Emirates in the Carabao Cup. That wasn't a great day, but it was a great moment. That was the first time I ever went to the Emirates that day.
Wow, 2006.
Adel Taarabt. Did we loan Adel Taarabt?
We did, and then signed him permanently.
Yeah,
we loaned him for 6 months, yeah. Unfortunately, he probably goes into just little impact or complete flop. I mean, he just didn't really do it for us. He went on to have a really good career.
The only
QPR
real...
and
I mean, the thing is, what I remember about Adel Taarabt is pre-season.
pre-season Taarabt.
Yeah, like pre-season, he used to do well.
4-3 when we beat West
Yeah,
Ham.
yeah. So he started that move, didn't he? He started the move for Stalteri, didn't he?
No, potentially, actually. He won the free kick, which Berbatov scored. I remember that. There's two things I remember him in the Spurs show. There was that West Ham game, and there's that clip that does the rounds of him nutmegging a Derby player and Anthony Gardner like losing his mind over it because it was like such a great nutmeg. But for some reason, he just never got going at Tottenham. We just didn't fancy him.
Yeah.
It's just such a shame because even if he was one of those maverick players who didn't defend, but it would be nice to see him actually start a few games and just some magical moments. It never happened at Tottenham.
Yeah, I'd say little impact.
Yeah, a little impact.
Adel Taarabt, and he had the talent though. Like, I can't believe later on in his career for Benfica he ended up as a central defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
That's mad. Anyway, Fraser Campbell in one of the worst deals Spurs have ever done. Berbatov swap for Fraser Campbell plus 30 million.
God. He was shocking.
Yeah.
He's a complete flop.
I do remember that game against Liverpool in the Cup though.
He scored a brace in the Cup. That was early on. I think after that he didn't score again.
Yeah.
He was awful. He was absolutely awful. I remember at the time people were like, because he scored lots of goals in the Championship, I think, and people were like, oh, this guy's...
For like Hull or someone?
Yeah, for Hull. And people were like, oh, this guy's like a Bon Lahore. He's going to be as good as a Bon Lahore. And then he came, and then he started games like this guy is nowhere near as good as anyone. Like in the Premier League, he's awful. Went on to have an okay career for like Sunderland and stuff, but...
Yeah, he was a flop.
For us, he was a
But I
complete
think
flop.
as well, it's like what that deal represented for us at the time as well. It's just like, I think he carried a lot of weight on his shoulders because of that deal. Like, he's replacing Berbatov. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, no, it's true. And Keane as well, left hand side, like comparing him to those players.
So we were left with what? Fraser Campbell and Darren Bent that
And
season.
Pavlyuchenko.
And Pavlyuchenko. Nuts. Next is Iddrisu Johnson. I think he had a good loan spell, us Iddrisu Johnson.
I think people forget he made a really good impact. He kind of really helped us get top four.
What was that goal at Stoke?
Goal at Stoke. I remember he scored against Bolton in the Cup. But like just his general play, was good, and like his experience, I think at that time really helped Harry Redknapp at the time because there was a little period where we were starting to flag a bit, and we would look.
He came alive a little bit at that period.
And
yeah,
exactly, and he kind of just gave us a little bit of a push. I wouldn't say we made it just because of him, but he really did help us. I feel like that second half of the season.
I feel like that first half of the season he actually didn't have too much of an impact.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, oh, true.
He came in January.
Right, yeah, you're right. But yeah, he was good for us. I put him in good, decent
good.
or good.
2 goals, probably. Yeah.
Who's the other player we put in
Mido.
decent?
Yeah, Dalmat. I think he's probably on that level. I don't think he's as good
Dalmat
as
level or Mido level?
I think he's more Dalmat level.
Dalmat
than
level.
Mido.
Yeah. Okay. Iddrisu Johnson into decent. Next up is Stipe Platicosa.
Played 1 game.
Yeah.
And we lost 4-1 to Arsenal.
Or was that when Flamini scored that 2 goals?
No, it was in the Carabao Cup. I remember Keane scored in right in the 90th minute to take it to extra time. We ended up losing 4-1 in extra time in the Carabao Cup. I think Walcott got a brace. Anyway, we played 1 game. He was part of the Croatian quartet.
He was, but he wasn't brought in to be first choice. He was brought in to be a backup keeper. That's what he was. I wouldn't say he was a flop because he's a backup goalkeeper.
Played 1 game. Yeah.
So like Andy Booth, we put him in flop. He only played 4 games, but he was brought in to make an impact. You know, Platicosa wasn't brought in to make an impact. He was just brought in to make up the numbers. You know what I mean?
I won't argue about it. Go on.
Adebayor, I think he was an excellent loan signing.
He was an excellent loan signing, similar to Mido, brilliant on loan, and then horrific when we signed him permanently. When we actually, he was like that. He was earning a contract.
To be fair, he came alive a few times when we signed, under Sherwood. He was very good.
Under AV, so he was awful under AVB, and then Poch's first season he was awful. But that first season under Redknapp when he was on loan, he was amazing.
He was excellent.
I think he got 17 goals, 10 assists. He was unplayable that year.
I'm going to say excellent.
I think he was an excellent loan.
Next up is Gedson Fernandes. Oh, God.
Just that penalty against Norwich. That's all I remember.
We were going for Bruno Fernandes. We end up with Jedson Fernandes, and we're like, all right, this guy's up and coming. He got like Player of the Year in Portugal and all this kind of stuff. And like, he came and he could barely kick a ball.
I think that what summed up his time was that penalty, wasn't it? That penalty against Norwich at P-roller. In that when we got dumped out of the cup, and he was just horrific. I think he was only here for 6 months, wasn't he? And he was just stunk the place out every time.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was awful.
He was terrible.
Awful. Barely controlled the ball.
And next up is Carlos Vinicius. Scored a hat-trick for us.
He scored a hat-trick against Marine and was very good in Europa, if I remember.
Yeah, he was.
He smashed it in Europa. Awful in the Prem. I think got one Prem goal. I guess he goes into little impact. Because we didn't sign him permanently. Went on to Fulham, was okay there, but for us, he wasn't great at all, I would say.
I mean, the reality was he was a flop, but because of those goals he scored in Europa and the Cups, maybe we'll bump him up to little impact. He was a flop, though. He was.
Well, he came in to challenge Kane, to support Kane.
Yeah.
And never really... Well, in the Premier League, he was terrible. That's the truth. He was terrible in the Premier League for us. One goal, I think. But in the Cups, he was good. So, little impact. Yeah, I think little impact's fair.
Next up is the second coming of Gareth Bale. So, a lot has been said about this loan spell to Gareth Bale. Everyone says it was a flop loan, or the narrative is that it was a flop loan, but I completely disagree with that. I think, his goals to games ratio, his goals to minutes ratio was fantastic when he joined us. I think when it came to him playing against the bigger teams, I don't think he did it. Like, I think against like the Arsenals and the Liverpool, I think he was poor in those games. But against like the average, like let's say from like 7th downwards, I think he was brilliant for us. Scored goal after goal.
Well, I think his numbers definitely got inflated a bit at the end of the season. I think he got 5 goals in the last 2 games against Sheffield United and Leicester. So he definitely inflated his numbers a bit, but he definitely scored he had some good moments. Definitely Europa League as well. He smashed that.
Mason didn't want to play him in the cup final.
Yeah, I know he did play him.
He was on the bench, wasn't he?
I think Mason started him, didn't he?
I thought he was on the bench. Final? Was he not on the bench in the cup final?
Maybe he came on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he came on.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he came on. But I think he definitely played, I remember, at some point. I would just put him in good. I don't think he was excellent, but he's better than decent. I think he gave us some good moments. It's a shame there was no crowd. I think he scored some really nice goals. You look back at those goals, there were some really good ones there. So I'll put him in good.
Yeah, I agree. I like Gareth Bale at Spurs the second time round. Kulusevski.
Yeah, I think his loan spell was excellent. There's no doubt about it. He was there for 6 months.
So his loan spell was when we got Champions League under Conte.
Yeah, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was. He goes into excellent, 100%.
He was one of the best wingers in the league at that point.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, he was excellent. Those 6, we're always just looking to recapture those first 6 months, aren't we?
We're with Decky, yeah.
And then we had a little spell last under Ange's second season where he looked like he'd really found his way. And then other things have gone wrong. Now he's injured. And well, we know there's a good player in there, but we'll have to wait and see about Decky in the future, man.
Next up is
Gollini.
Pierluigi Gollini. Little impact, I guess.
Yeah. Wasn't
again a sub goalkeeper.
Yeah, he played a few games though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Cause I'm trying to remember what happened. We had Lloris who played most games in Nicola. I'm trying to remember how many games Gollini actually played. Yeah, not too many. Yeah. I remember he wasn't great when he didn't play. I remember he against Chelsea in the cup. He played those 2 semi-finals. It was awful.
Yeah. Next up is Clement Longley. So after Clement Longley left Spurs, I was like, this guy, he's never gonna get a better club than Spurs, and he ends up at Aston Villa and Atletico Madrid.
And yeah.
And I was like, how the hell has he done that? I don't know. I thought he was terrible at Spurs. He really was. I was going to say flop.
Complete flop. There was, when he first started, we were like, this guy's actually quite good. I remember he had some good games, but at the end, he was awful.
He was a flop, man.
Yeah, complete flop.
All right, complete flop. Next up is Danjuma. Is it Danjuma?
It is Danjuma.
Yeah, Arnaut Danjuma.
Yeah, he's either little impact or flop. I mean, he scored against Preston. And I remember
did he not score in the Premier League?
He scored 1 against Bournemouth, I think.
The thing is with Danjuma, I always felt I'm not sure if I'm talking about Danjuma here or Bergwijn. But is Danjuma the one that Conte just never gave the chance to?
They're both of them.
Both of them.
But Danjuma was the one who was kind of signed. We needed a striker, and he was signed in the January, and he basically just refused to play him. Pretty much, would play anyone but him for most of the time.
Was he a flop? Was he that bad, or is he just little impact?
He wasn't awful when he played, but we expected a lot better from him. But again, it was mostly because he didn't get the opportunities.
Yeah. I would say little impact, really. I don't think he was a complete flop. I just don't think he got the chances. Next up is Timo Werner. Are we doing it as 1 year, 2 year? What are we doing? We signed him twice.
2 loans. We should have done should have done 2 Timo Werners.
Because first Timo, in the first year, I would say decent. And in the second season, I'll say complete flop. So maybe we split the difference to do little impact.
Yeah, because he was actually not bad. I mean, he wasn't good, but he wasn't horrific in his first spell. And like, there was moments where actually he was quite effective, like just getting to the byline, those cutbacks. He actually got a few assists, didn't he? Like I remember you were saying, he just keeps getting to the byline and cutting it back, and that's what we need him to do. But then his finishing was still awful, though.
The thing is, right, whenever I think of Timo Werner, the first thing I think about is Tamworth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the last game I think he played for us. Like, Jesus. But then, like, he scored an important goal for us against Man City. He used to turn up against Man City.
He was just awful, though, wasn't he? He was just horrific.
He was horrific.
Especially in that last year. I mean, he wasn't even included in the Europa League squad in the second half of the year. That's how
it's
bad
hard
he was.
not to put him in flop, though, Timo Werner, isn't it?
He is a complete flop, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
But it's hard
Whatever
to put
way
him
we
there
dress
and
it up.
Danjuma up. I mean...
What?
It's hard to put Danjuma ahead of him, but...
Maybe we should just put both of them in flops.
Yeah, both move Danjuma down and Werner goes there too.
Matisse Tell. So Matisse Tell, we signed him. I mean, I thought he wasn't good as a lone player. I don't think he had too much impact.
Yeah, you're right. As a lone player, I mean, he wasn't good. Had some decent moments. Scored against Villa. Scored against
Villa was his
Southampton in the
debut.
Cup. Yeah, Villa debut. He had, I remember, one good game against a game we lost against Forest. He had some decent moments. Europa League against Frankfurt, he was good. I remember that. But majority of the time, he wasn't great.
Not enough to sign him for 40 mil.
He did. So maybe I wouldn't even.
He didn't do enough for us to sign him for 40 mil, though. We just did. We did it on the potential.
We'll put him in little impact.
All right, Matty Tell goes to little impact. João Palhinha, high impact. He had a very high impact. I think with the season that we had, I don't think we could have asked for much more from João Palhinha, to be honest. I really don't. He scored in... He provided us with our biggest moments in the season to save us from ultimate disaster. Goal against Wolves, the performance against Aston Villa, and the goal against Everton in the last game of the season. So just for that alone, I think he has to go into excellent.
I think as a lone player, he's excellent.
But as a player.
But as a player, not necessarily. But as a lone player who's only here for a bit, and the impact he makes, whether he stays or not, he's going to be remembered for a while.
Yeah.
So I think that tells me it's a really good loan signing, but doesn't necessarily mean it earned him a permanent, just for me. But yeah.
And last but not least is Randall Colo Muani.
He'll be remembered for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Colo Muani.
And this is where we are. Is he? Yeah, he goes.
People in the comments saying make another tier for Colo Muani.
Yeah, and complete flop and then Muani. Muani level lone player. Yeah, he is.
The thing is, right, players on that flop list were better than Muani. Werner was better than Muani. Longley was probably better than Muani for us.
Yeah.
Probably the rest, no. Jedson, I don't think was.
No, I don't think Fraser.
Danjuma probably wasn't.
I mean, Fraser, no, I don't think.
No, Fraser wasn't, Toada wasn't, Booth wasn't. So, I mean, he wasn't our worst loan signing ever, but he's in like the bottom 5 or 6.
Okay, so now this is our tier list. Now,
and by the way, we're forgetting someone very important here.
On loan?
And that's Jurgen Klinsmann.
Was he only on loan?
He came on loan once, and then we signed him, didn't we?
He'd be, well, we did from 2000. This century. Loan players.
Well, Klinsmann would be an excellent, just for all intensive purposes.
So what if we shuffle it around and we actually put in an order of like, where would people go if we actually shuffled it around?
What do you mean?
Like that. Like the closer to the right is the worse you are. The closer to the left it is, the better you are.
Okay, so I think on that list, I think the best of the flops is probably Werner,
So Werner goes to the top.
and then Longley,
Yeah.
and then probably
Then-
Muani,
Muani there.
then Danjuma.
Danjuma, then Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser Forster,
Fraser Campbell.
Fraser Campbell, I mean.
Yeah, no, that's Jedson. Guess Jedson. I think,
Yeah, I would say,
yeah, like that. Or maybe Toada, move over Toada.
yeah. Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Yeah, I think that's the right list.
And then in little impact, so who have we got there?
I think, yeah, tell Konchesky. Someone said Konchesky was only here for 6 months. Maybe he left in January. Maybe people are. So I think Vinicius probably goes second, maybe? Maybe first. I think Platicosa goes last. No,
The goalkeeper,
Platicosa, yeah. And then I would say, yeah, yeah,
I would say that's accurate.
that's fair.
And then that we've got
I
Iddrisu Johnson and
Dalmat. Maybe Johnson over Dalmat.
yeah, there's not much in it, but yeah, okay. And then we've got Mido and Bale. I would say
Ooh.
Mido was probably a.
Mido was more important for us.
Who
that
actually
year.
scored more goals that season?
I think it's level. I think it's 11 each.
Really?
I think so.
Let's have a look.
If I was to make an educated guess, I'm pretty sure it was they. I think if I would say Mido was more important for us
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
than Bale.
So Mido in his loan spell.
Yeah, 11 goals.
So what's 0405?
So he came in January the previous season. He came on an 18-month loan.
So he scored 2 goals. That was his debut. He didn't score against the rest of the
it's true.
season.
It wasn't great after that.
And then 11 goals in 27. And then Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, did he also get 11 goals?
Believe so, if my memory serves.
Yeah, 11 goals in 20 games. His goals to games ratio
Yeah,
are actually better.
Much better. We can bump Bale up. Why not?
Just for the goals to games ratio, we'll put Bale up.
And then our best ever loan signing. I mean, Adebayor. Between Adebayor, I think Palhinha is third there. So I think between Adebayor and Kulusevski. I mean, Kulusevski was on fire those 6 months.
So was Adebayor.
But Adebayor, so was Adebayor.
But Palhinha literally saved us from destruction.
He did. It's also true. What's 1, 2, and 3 people? I think it's
Klinsmann also saved us from destruction.
Klinsmann will probably be number 1. But how many goals did Klinsmann's get in his second spell? I mean, we don't have Klinsmann, but I would say I would say probably
So Klinsmann on his loan scored 9 in 15.
that's what you call a saviour.
Yeah.
He's probably number 1. But I would say, yeah, I think that's fine. Adebayor, Decky, Palhinha. Because Decky fired us top 4, you remember?
I think Decky number 1.
Decky number 1. All right, Decky number 1.
Yeah, Decky, Adebayor, Palhinha. So Decky goes down as our best ever loan signing. Adebayor second, Palhinha third, Bale fourth, Mido fifth. And our worst ever loan signing is Kazuyuki Toada.
He gets the wooden spoon. Well done, Toada. Muani gets a bit of reprieve.
Yeah, everyone's saying Muani's our worst ever loan player.
Well, you
Clearly
forgot
not.
these players. You forgot
Clearly
these
not.
players.
Exactly.
Short memories people have.
Oh, that's true. We've got Lo Celso.
But he was with an obligation.
Was it an
I
obligation?
didn't really include him.
Well, let us know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Do you think Dejan Kulusevski is our best ever loan player? Do you think Kazuki Toada is our worst ever loan player? Look, I think Klinsmann. I think we can all safely say Klinsmann was our best ever loan player.
If we're talking about expectation to reality, Muani is probably the worst because he's a World Cup player.
True.
70 million. Yeah. He would be bottom when it comes to expectation.
Yeah, but Jedson came in as Portugal Player of the Year.
Portuguese, yeah. And Carlos Vinicius came in as top goal scorer in Portugal. So he maybe goes low. But if we're talking about what the expectation was, I mean, I don't know what we said from Toada and Jedson and Fraser, but Muani was expected to really contribute, and he didn't at all.
People saying Kevin Danso, was he?
Again,
did he have an obligation?
Yeah, obligation.
Did we not take up an option on Danso?
It was an obligation. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, that's that. That is the loan tier list, people, for you guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.